Chartres struck me so much because, first of all, it's a place of great beauty. And if you're a Christian, that beauty dovetails immediately with your faith.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very inspiring to your faith. But as you learn about Chartres and its history, what you realize is that this is a church and a field, a spiritual field. You have both Christ and Mother Mary. So there's a tremendous balance between the male and the female there. Both are extremely powerful, and both are very celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
Without any conflict, it's just beautiful. And then you have, when you learn about the church and how it was built and who contributed, what you realize is this is a church that is connected with all the different parts of the community, all the way from the kings, as I said, to the butchers and the prostitutes,
Exactly.
And it's loved by all. That's what's so phenomenal. And it's inclusive. It welcomes all. It's such an open church.
Absolutely.
And yet it's protected.
It's protected.
It's protected.
You can see it from the point of view that, the Catholic Church is always keen on going to the great places of the past. And you always find some sign on the walls, here Pope so-and-so walls, here Pope so-and-so wall. But Chartres was, in a way, saved this destiny because they were not Catholic Christian, the people there. It was more Celtic Christian. And it was a church also of birth and life, not of death. There is no single tomb in the cathedral, which says a lot. So it's protected, and its spirituality is special, is unique. And there is a double cooperation. There is I call it a horizontal cooperation. You contemporaries, you find the people you can work, you trust, you can work with. But there is a vertical continuation beyond the threshold of the spiritual world. These people in Chartres were totally aware. There are great minds in the spiritual world. They are more Aristotelian minds. Right. They would come down into an incarnation a little bit later in the scholastic stream, 13th, 14th, 15th century. And they were conscious. We need the inspirations of our friends up there.
Right.
That's what I call the vertical cooperation.
And when you're in Chartres, it's so strong.
Absolutely.
The horizontal is so strong, and the vertical is so strong.
Absolutely.
And the beauty of Chartres, and I think this is part of having both the Mary and the Christ, both being strong. So you have the rich and the poor, the male and the female, in the spiritual world, in the real world. So vertical, horizontal. But it's so inclusive. Everybody's welcome.
Absolutely.
It's that inclusiveness that brings in the entire ecosystem, not just in the real world, in the material world, but in the spiritual world as well.
Absolutely.
But with discernment. That's the funny thing. They have the discernment right.
They had the discernment. They had the humble ways of being in a stream, workers within a stream, where you are surrounded by people past, by people coming later than you. And that's unique.